Hi, I'm George, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the UpRAW chair. Step 1 is to cut the legs. It's a good idea to start with the front legs. You need two that are 470mm long with a 75-degree angle, and then you're going to need two which are 770mm long with a 90-degree angle. You're also going to need two blocks that are the same width as the planks. Next, we're going to screw these together. As you can see here, I drill 3 holes. You can drill anywhere from 2 to 4 holes in order to keep it secure, or even use a bolt. Here I'm drilling pilot holes first, which help the screws go in easier. Next I use a different attachment to screw 3 screws through the holes I've already drilled. Next you're just going to put the other one up next to it, because this one's going to be a mirror image of the first one. I like to keep mine halfway up the front leg. Again, I'm drilling 3 pilot holes. Then I'm screwing the screws in with a different attachment. These screws want to be thick enough to go through the block, but not any longer. I'm using weather-resistant deck screws for this, as it's going to be outside. Next you're going to want to drill a piece of wood in, which will allow you to screw in the cross slats. You can see here that at the end it's angled at the same sort of angle that you'd want the back to come off of. This helps to support the back of the chair. Now you're just going to want to drill it in. These screws don't need too long, as otherwise they'll come out the other side. I use 2, but you can use 3 or 4 or whatever you like. Now it's time to finally cut the back piece. You can find measurements for this on the PDF, which you'll find in the description or to the right of this video. However, you want to cut it as high as you want the back to be. I'm using a circular saw, however you can easily use a hand saw to do this. In this video I'm using a beam, however you can easily use a plank with blocks at the top. As you can see here, I'm putting the beam in the vise, and then I'm just going to quickly sand it down. Now you're just going to want to drill the back beam into the bottom leg section which you've already made. I'm going to use 2 screws here. First I'm going to drill 2 pilot holes, and then I'm going to screw my screws in. After this, you should be left with the 2 side sections, which should look a little bit like this. This is the main part of the build complete. Next you're going to want to start drilling in the cross slats. I like to clamp both sides of this first. Normally I'll start at the front and then work my way back. Here you can see me clamping in both side sections to the first front cross section. Now you're just going to screw it into the block, and again with the other side. Now you're going to want to gradually work your way down with the rest of the wood. Finally, at the back, you're going to put these little bits in. This will allow you to drill a final piece of wood into the back. Here we can see the back bit being drilled in. This will add crucial support to your backrest. At this point, you should be left with this sort of design. Here we can see the planks and blocks used in the place of the beams used in my build. Now we're going to work on the arms. To work out where the arms are going to have to rest at the back, I press a beam down onto the front and see where it lands on the back. I then draw a line. Here we can see the shape I drilled into the back in order to make it rest. You're also going to want to add a little bit at the top of the front leg section. This will allow you to drill the arm in. Cut the arms to the length you want and then drill them in, and you should be left with a complete chair. Enjoy making your chair, and remember you can find measurements on the UpRAW website.